8 years after the initial rocky launch of No Man's Sky, Hello Games is still writing one of the greatest comeback stories of all time, and they recently just dropped another massive update and an overhaul to the game. We're going to cover everything you need to know about the 5.0 update in the next 5 minutes, so let's get straight into it. Up first is that No Man's Sky is going full Helldivers mode, introducing a lot of new bug hunt related content, including a new expedition and Nexus mission that will provide bug-themed rewards, such as mounted bug heads, posters, and organic bug armor for your character. To help you fight these new bugs, they've also added a heavy-duty mech suit with a new flamethrower weapon as well. These can both be unlocked through the new Liquidators expedition. One of the smaller changes is the ability to rename past discoveries, like the systems, planets, flora, and fauna that you've already discovered, and you can now change them anytime, even after they've already been uploaded. Many of the changes in this update revolve around the new world generation, hence the world's update name. Lush and tropical worlds can now spawn floating islands with waterfalls. The cloud textures and volume have been improved, and they now change in response to local weather conditions. Water textures have also been improved considerably, and water now has the ability to have dynamic ripples and wave formations depending on how deep the water is and what the wind conditions are. Speaking of the wind system has also been reworked, so that plants will rustle in the wind, and particle effects like blowing dust on desert worlds or leaves on a lush world will dynamically flow with the wind. Part of this new wind system is also an improvement to storms, with added particle effects and fog to make them more immersive. Several planet types have also received overhauls to their terrain generation, including the Sub-Zero worlds, the desert worlds, the burnt worlds, and the toxic worlds. The shadow system has also been updated to allow for better depth and realism with the shadows. You can also now customize solar ships with your Starship Fabricator, allowing you to get the exact solar ship that you want. Speaking of ships, ships are now also able to land directly on the surface of water, and you can summon your ship to you in the middle of water, which really helps while exploring some of the new oceans or lakes. Walker battles also now have on-screen health bars that you can see the damage to each section of the walker during fights. A similar heads-up display has also been added for the Hungering Tendril fights. Both waters and skies now have much more color variety than they used to. They've also added new food recipes for the nutrient processor. Rarely, on strange planets, you'll be able to find planetary buildings that have legs and roam around. This is not something I've seen in-game myself, but it sounds pretty interesting. They've also added new base parts with skylights that you can add to your base so that you can see up above you into the stars or the sky from within your base itself. On top of these major features, they've also added several smaller quality of life features. Some of these quality of life features include smoother tractor beam docking for space stations and freighters. You can now interrupt your weapon reload when you're cycling through weapons. You can also quick fill refiners with a full stack of items, and your core technologies can be repaired from the quick menu. Also, your visor's target sweep has been improved. Finally, there are 4 new animated gestures that were added. They're called Poise for Action, Ponder, Fold Your Arms, and Burst into Energetic Dance. There are a few other smaller things listed in the patch notes, which I'll link in the description below, but I wanted to make this video short and only focus on the biggest changes. This is only part 1 of the world's update, part 2 still to come, so hopefully I'll make a video similar to this when part 2 comes out. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a like, and if you'd like to see more No Man's Sky content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.